Seeing as how you basically forced me to do this one, why don't you go ahead and lead us in?
Alrighty. Well, welcome to the Orange Peripheral episode 18. We hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving and you're recovering from your food comas, because I sure as hell am. I ate way too much over the weekend.
Oh yeah, me too. Drank a lot too. But it was all in good fun.
Yes, we got a lot of topics on hand, or at least I got a few. A lot of them have to do with microtransactions. This is going to be a very microtransaction-y episode where I whine about how much money grubbing is being done in the industry today, so...
Oh, and the funny thing about this is you actually texted me saying, I want to talk about microtransactions. And I was just thinking, you're just now finding this out, that the industry is a bunch of money grubbers?
Yeah, but it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And worse and worse and worse.
Oh no, I totally agree. Now, what big one did you have in mind? Because I got a few in my head.
Oh, let's see. I've got one for Overwatch. I've got one for Ubisoft. I've got a big one for Nintendo.
Also,
and I guess Konami in a sense.
Okay, thank you. I could have sworn you were going to throw Konami under the bus, but I guess I just had to wait a little longer.
Well, I'll just complain more about Phantom Pain if we go that route, but hey.
Okay. So let's try to avoid that, and let's try to go to something else. Microtransactions are pretty much have taken over the game industry for a long time. This goes along with season passes and everything else. Basically, the ability of a game developer to not only sell you the game, but to sell you more on the game. And a lot of companies take advantage of this. It's a bad thing. Nobody likes it. But people still keep falling for it. That's the issue.
I also want to bring up later on that there is actually a necessity to microtransactions as well. Microtransactions can be useful for some free-to-play games and some other discount titles, whatever. But some people, Konami, overdo the fuck out of it.
Right. What big companies see is they see a free-to-play game. I can't name any off the top of my head because I haven't played any. Oh, let's say TF2, Team Fortress 2.
Okay, there you go.
They went free-to-play model. Game's free, but if you want perks, if you want cosmetic stuff, you pay for it. You pay like $1 or something like that. That's the free-to-play model. Basically, you play the game, no money down for the game itself, but if you want better stuff, that's when you put down the cash. And developers see this, they go, oh my gosh, this actually works. Let's implement it in our $60 games.
Yeah, that's really the biggest sin that developers seem to be doing. They're charging full fucking price, $60 fucking dollars, not something to sneeze at, and they want you to pay more stuff for useless, cheap crap for no fucking good reason.
Yeah, that's right. The big one everybody was complaining about before Phantom Pain came along was Dead Space 3, where you could actually pay to get more minerals to craft stuff. And it actually had it like in the game menu. It's like, if you want to speed up this grinding, you can pay to get the materials you need. And it's like, no, fuck you. Come on.
It's not supposed to be, it's supposed to be optional, but it's not supposed to be a part of the main game. It's supposed to be tucked as far underneath as far as we can away, or even just taken out of the game entirely.
That'll probably never happen. These will be staying around for a long time, but I have noticed a lack of season passes recently, and even if they did come back, and some of them did come back, they're still terrible.
Well, sometimes season passes are there when there's going to be expansions that are going to be made. For example, The Witcher 3 has an expansion pass. The Evil Within had an expansion pass, and they all came with substantial, consistent amounts of content afterwards. So they were actually promised something, compared to selling a season pass as soon as the game's announced.
Yeah, that's a big issue. What you want to do with your DLC, for all of you game developers, because I know you're listening.
Yeah, all of you.
What you want to do for one of these days, dude. What you want to do with your DLC, in order for people to actually come back and buy your product, you make the game first. You make it complete. You give it to the masses. They love it. Then you make more stuff. That's how it's supposed to work.
Pretty much you do exactly what Bloodborne is doing. Bloodborne, I can sing praises up and down, left and right, forever and ever, onto the skies and to hell beneath, about how they're doing additional content right. You make the game, you fix the game, and then you make the DLC. they don't even fucking need microtransactions, of course, because that's not even part of the game.
Well, yeah, they know they can sell a game, and then they can sell you more of the game once they have it done. And you already named a few examples. Evil Within did that. They finished the game and then sold you more of the game that wasn't part of the original. Witcher 3, Mario Kart 8, those were finished products. Then they said, okay, you want more? Here, let's make more. Here you go.
Even Hyrule Warriors, they said, hey, we've got 4 fucking packs of DLC coming.
Holy
Here's what they
shit.
are, $20 more, and then you can get all that shit too.
No, Hyrule Warriors did it best last year. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was great. That was something very special. I haven't even touched Hyrule Warriors much in the past few months.
As soon as they bring out the new the Legends on 3DS, apparently there's supposed to be connectivity with the Wii U version, so you get those characters again. I wouldn't mind jumping back in.
Oh, there's connectivity?
I think, I can't read the Japanese on the ads, but it looks like there's something like you can import the characters from Legends to the Wii U game, or they'll have them separately, which I want, because I've always wanted to play a Skull Kid, and then they add more people, more things. I want to play this again.
Yeah, if there's connectivity between versions, then I don't see why not. Maybe you can even get 3DS versions on the Wii U version, if they update it with the patch or whatever.
That would be great.
That'd be neat. Yeah, I'm on board.
Yes. All right. Bring back Hyrule Warriors. I had a lot of fun with it. Make me want to play it again. That's another functionality of DLC. Make your game new again.
Yeah. Add more to it.
Exactly. Don't nickel and dime me for a game I paid $60 for,
or
more.
Well, before we get to talking about bad examples of microtransactions, let's say we list off some positive examples of microtransactions, or situations where it's necessary, expected even.
Okay. The free-to-play model, always expected and good on you if you don't shove it down our throats.
You know what I'd go for? I think Resident Evil Revelations 2 has a good approach for microtransactions.
You've played that more than me. Explain it.
Well, first of all, it's the best Resident Evil since Resi 5, I think. It's not as good as it's not as good as Resi 4. No, nowhere near. But it's as good as Resi 5. That's it.
It's a tall order.
It is a tall order, and it does a lot of things really well. It adds a dodge mechanic, which I think is fucking profound. But it's also a budget title. You buy one episode, you get a pretty decently sized chunk of survival horror greatness, and then you get something called raid mode, which is like a multiplayer aspect that goes way deeper than you'd think. And that's where most of the microtransactions come in. You upgrade to get more coins, or to make yourself so if you die, you can just step right back up again, you know. And because the entire game is only like $25 if you got the first episode free, because right now I think it's free on PlayStation 4 right now. So
it's free on all platforms, I think.
So are you downloading that right now, Mr. I have a PS4 now?
No, because I already have it on Xbox One. I have the whole thing.
Well, you suck.
No, I knew it was going to be good. I love the Revelation series. The first one I thought was really good. It was back to form, and as soon as Revelations 2 was announced, I thought, well, maybe they're not so confident in it because they're going the episode route, but apparently I was dead wrong. So it's good.
It has a bit of a tighter focus. It works a lot better than it has been. A lot less. There's a focus on guns, but it works. You know, it just feels good.
I don't think I like this new route that Capcom's taking. If they do continue the episode route, this may have been a one and done thing. Mm-hmm. So if it is, cool. Just don't screw it up. But I don't think I'd like Capcom in an episodic world, because they might try to pervert the idea. I don't like it.
Well, you never know. This was a pretty decent outing. You know, they had the game pretty much done before they released it. So maybe they can build upon that a bit more in future installments, which seems to work pretty well for them. The games they're pretty positively received, I think. So
I don't think so. There's a lot of places they gave it like 70s, and I'm like, oh, come on, it's better than that. It has to be.
Well, 70 shouldn't be a bad number anymore.
Can we just get rid of numbers?
Let's just... Resident Evil Revelations 2 was a good game if you thought Resident Evil 6 was shit, but you thought Resident Evil 5 was still fun. There you go. How's that?
Well, there you go.
The AI has been improved a lot too, so there's also that.
Yeah, I really hate the dependence on a number, on somebody saying yay or nay. The point of a review is to go based on what the person has experienced in the game. If there's bugs, they should tell you that there's bugs there. Everybody always wants to go for that number. Should I buy it based on a numerical value? I hate that.
It should be a guidance, not a law. It's like if I look at a game and I see that it's gotten 7s across the board, I should think, well, it might be all right then, but I shouldn't be expecting, the sun in the skies. But it looks like it might be all right. But if I see a lot of reviewers give it like 2s and 3s, this might be shit then. But if you see something that has like, a 10 out of 10 over here and a 7 out of 10 over here and a 5 out of 10 over there and an 8 out of 10 over there, and it's like, whoa, this could be anything.
Well, at that point, you ask who got paid off. But I noticed that didn't stop you from buying Ride to Hell Retribution.
Oh, I knew that was bad.
Yeah, but you wanted it for a good old bad time, if that makes any sense.
Oh, it was a great time, wasn't
it? Sure. Yeah, sure is a good time. Nah, it was a lot of fun to experience it, you knowing what was going to happen and me just being the innocent bystander.
That's about all it is. Oh god, I can't even say it. It was shit. It was awful.
Well, I'm glad we were able to make something out of it. Otherwise, that was money worst spent.
We tumbled all around for that. Let's head back to Resi Review 2. Good microtransactions because they're optional and they're out of the way. You don't need them, but they're there if you want them. If you really need them, they're not a big major part of the game.
Well, all microtransactions are optional, but it depends on how you sell it
and how much you rely on it. For example, Metal Gear Online relies practically solely on Mother Base coins.
That's what I don't get about Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid. It made billions.
It did.
Why do you need more?
There's no need for all of this shit. And for being so fucking stingy with their, we're sorry for all the server problems, here's 3,000 of the in-game money.
I'm just thinking Mother Base insurance? Are you fucking kidding me?
It's ridiculous. It is the worst thing.
I'm just thinking this is the only way, this is their saving grace for when it eventually, goes belly up with all these pachinko machines, and just thinking, we've got a bit of a cushion from all this Metal Gear Solid money. Oh, look, we're still getting more. We're definitely going to need this down the line here soon.
They're just inflating, gobbling up as much money as they possibly fucking can.
Well, they're soon to be dead, hopefully.
Can only hope.
I've got a topic for you. This is a fun one. This has happened very recently, and I'm glad it did. I thought November was going to be boring.
What do you got?
Dead or Alive Extreme 3. I've been keeping up with the news because I own the other two games. I play it for the story, dead honest.
Dude.
No, I actually think they are fun volleyball games. But the only reason, this goes out to the rest of you and me at one point, the only reason you bought the game, it wasn't for the story or for the gameplay. And with this new one, this just hammers home how much, for one thing, how much people want something that they can't have. But another thing is, they just want it for the reason it was made. Which is really sad to me.
Again, the story, dude?
Story. You can't see the quotes, I'm sorry. There is barely a story to those extreme games.
Yeah, here's your story. Some hot, sexy girls decide not to beat the crap out of each other for a day and decide to play volleyball instead.
Because Zack invites them to the island he won. That's the story.
Just import it if you really, really want it that bad. You're not going to be doing much reading anyway.
Right, and that's what kills me about it, because I actually had to think not very hard on this, but I had to at least put some thought into it. The only other reason people are up in arms is because we got the other two. Why won't you give us the third one? Why are you preventing us from getting it? They're not preventing it. They're making a business decision not to sell a game that won't sell in America.
They're probably some people have theorized that they're purposely saying they're not going to make it so that way it garners attention of how they're not going to make it, and then they announce that they are going to make it in the West now. due to popular demand.
Yeah, that was one of my theories too.
I mean, hey, it is the easiest way to sell softcore porn. Am I right?
Yeah, you're dead right. I just wish it wasn't this. I just wish it wasn't this terrible. Like, the internet has gone up in arms about this, and then, of course, they throw around the useless term SJW, and that's when I stop listening. Oh, that term is so dead. It died ages ago. Please stop using it. It means nothing now. And just trying to think it's like, oh no, these are feminists trying to take away our video games. Just think of the company's position at this point saying, well, the first two didn't sell well. Why should we bring this to America? Let's save our money and sell it to the niche gamers over here in Japan. And that's why they're doing it. Nobody's taking away your video games, you idiots.
The PS4 is region-free. You can import it. And, I think there is an Asia-Pacific edition, much in the same way I got my Japanese Okami, that's already translated into English. So, import that one, you dumb shits.
Yeah, both versions. The PS4 and Vita versions, both of those systems are region-free. Import it if you want it so badly. But you know why they won't do it? Too much effort. I bet you anything. Not only did they take away our video games, they're making me import it. I don't want it.
You gotta pay like $30 in shipping and $10 extra for the pricing difference, but do you really want it that bad? Do you really want it that bad? You think it's gonna be the sun and the stars? Go right ahead.
Probably the only reason I would get it is to make a video on it. And that's probably the only reason.
Dude, there's no need to justify anything to me. I completely understand why you want to get it.
To complete the series. I must complete a trilogy.
Again, no need to explain anything.
You're making me seem like the bad guy.
I don't have the first two, so hey.
I am saying, they're kind of fun to play. Time wasters.
Yeah, it's like somebody jammed a dating sim in my volleyball game.
It is really weird, though. They actually do have good gambling games.
For the record, though, I would love a FIFA game where somebody put in Tokimeki Memorial in it halfway through. It's like you finish the first half, and then halftime comes, and then Noraka Senpai comes, and she gives you a kiss for good luck for the second half. This shit writes itself. Get to it.
No, if you just have like a lady friend sitting in the audience, and the guy goes up and blows a kiss to her, I'd be like, oh, now I want to play more FIFA.
But you gotta select which girl you gotta blow the kiss to.
Oh, right. You might get a fangirl. You might actually get it's like you accidentally blow it to the wrong woman, and then you got a whole new path to go down. Oh my god, you're brilliant. Can we start that? Sports dating sims?
Sure, we'll get the Kickstarter going.
It'll fund, because if we promise anything that's somewhat sexual, it'll fund in no time. Did you hear about the Ship Girl card game?
So you know what we call it? This whole sports dating sim thing?
We can call it whatever we want, but now I need to learn...
Balls deep.
Can call. Isn't that what it was? No, okay, never mind. There was a card game where girls were... where the German warships were anime girls, and it funded immediately.
I forget what it was called. I remember it. I don't wish to remember it, though, so thank you. Goodbye.
No, there's a show about it, too.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, because it's a browser game. That's why.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. So good. I'm glad I know this stupid shit. And while I have you on a tangent loop, I found something hilarious.
Really, it's just... Microtransactions is the thinly veiled skeleton we're using for the basis of this podcast, and we're just kind of adding shit on as we go. It's like a grapevine. We're at a tangent grape right now.
No, it's a good topic to bring up, because if you don't complain about it, it's never going to go away.
True.
And but eventually people do listen. If you scream loud enough, somebody's going to take notice, which is what happened with the Square Enix thing and the stupid augment your pre-order crap.
Shit on a dick. Fuck that.
No, that died. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad that died.
Yeah.
But, I was, looking around, I was browsing for, review fodder, and I found something hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
It is called School of Duel Learn Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm going to send you the link. This is a real thing, and it looks so piss poor that I kind of want to review it.
Are you sure this isn't just Yu-Gi-Oh! GX?
Oh no, that was Yu-Gi-Oh! If you put a couple screws in its head to make it even stupider.
Because we already had the fucking dueling school bullshit. We're gonna revisit that now? Was it such a prime... Oh my god.
Uh-huh, and it actually has all the actors in it. 24 minutes per disc. I gotta get this. When I finally review Yu-Gi-Oh! I need to talk about this. Holy shit, look how bad it looks. And for those of you looking at the video, you'll see this too. Look at that! Oh, that's terrible. Oh yeah. Got saving it right now.
I've got so many things to comment on. First of all, okay guys, if you really think you look cool holding your Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards like that... No, you don't.
No,
okay?
you don't.
Nobody holding Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards in any fashion, any state, any way, or any shape, form is cool. No. Just no.
Oh my gosh, that's so bad.
If you had Magic cards, maybe, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, no. Second of all, why is their shirt so fucking shiny?
To go with the style? I really don't know. I don't know why.
What's wrong with the kid on the left?
Thing.
He's like,
Send you to the graveyard. You activated my trap card.
just giving you the...
Now this is just turning into a riff.
Yeah. Take it down, erase it. Do a cool wipe or something.
Yeah. I can do some editing magic.
Go!
And speaking of which, we did a riff recently.
Yeah, we did.
We did. People seem to like it based on what I've seen, and I really hate that I have a copyright strike.
Oh,
doesn't help. Not from the videos, but from something earlier.
Okay.
But it made it so that I couldn't put the whole video as one big chunk. I actually had to split it up. So as soon as that strike goes away, I'll be posting the longer one. And I did have to cut out some of our in between stuff. I was going to keep a lot of that, but it had to be cut for time. So you will get the amazing uncut, missing 30 seconds of footage back in version.
The unrated editor's cut.
Of, what did I call it? A snarky elf tries to hit on a princess?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. I love coming up with those titles. I was coming up with that as I was uploading it.
I thought about making a playlist for that on my channel, calling it the Watching series.
Hey, go ahead. Everyone starts with watching.
Yeah, so it's just going on from there and briefly describing what goes on. We should do more riffs. The Watching series.
Yeah, we should.
The Watching series. Yes.
I'm probably going to have to learn how to be funnier because as I was editing that back, it was mainly just me laughing, just because it was so funny. I love looking at these old cartoons. Somebody said, "Are you going to review the old Sonic cartoons?" And I said, "No. Probably save that for riff material because it's just as corny."
Yeah. Well, which one though?
The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay. I used to like that show.
I used to like it too, but this was ages ago.
I still think that what's his name? John something or other. The guy who does Robotnik, my favorite Robotnik voice.
He does do a really good job. Nothing against Mike Pollock, but I do love him.
I like it when he has a bit of gruffness to his voice. A bit of scratchiness.
Yeah. You also can't forget Jim Cummings in Sat AM.
He was a more menacing Robotnik.
He was a scary one.
Yeah, finally made Robotnik a worthy foe again.
Yeah, he was intimidating.
Unlike Sonic Chronicles. BioWare said that Sonic Chronicles was supposed to make Robotnik a great villain again, when all they did was use him as a cliffhanger ending.
Oh, for a sequel that'll never come.
That did and will never come. So,
Ouch.
There was no point to the game whatsoever.
His name was Long John Baldry.
That's it, Long John Baldry. I feel terrible I forgot his name, because he's a really cool dude.
Oh yeah, he is. Or was.
Yes. No, I say is, because he still is cool. Just because he died doesn't make him any less cool.
That's a good point. He was also into the music scene of blues rock, and folk rock. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, you heard any of his songs?
No.
Oh, they're sexy awesome.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look those up.
Yes, you will.
Did you have any Black Friday shenanigans? I know we were talking about this earlier, but there was like no crowds when I went out and about.
Well, you gotta understand, I didn't go the same time everybody else went. I was smart. I only swung by GameStop at 6 in the morning when I got off work.
Oh, okay.
So by that point, there weren't as many crowds there, and even then, there were still some people there, but I didn't have any shenanigans going on. Of course, I just went in and got 3 games just because I could.
Yeah, you, based on what we discussed, you got the steal. It seemed like you actually got some pretty good games just for the one place you went to.
I got a great game, I got an okay game, and I got an only I would enjoy this game.
Was that never mind. No, I'm kidding.
Alright, the 3 games I got was The Witcher 3, because it was a fucking steal, both digitally and physically. I got Lords of Magna Made in Heaven for the 3DS, because, hey, I needed an RPG to pass the time. Ha 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 ha. It's not bad, though, it's okay. It's okay. I can bend over backwards enough for some games, and I think I've finally found a position where I can actually start enjoying this, especially with the whole bowling over your enemies mechanic. It's fine. It's fine. Then I picked up Armored Core 4 Answer because Hidetaka Miyazaki directed it. Director of Dark Souls and Bloodborne and all that, so of course I had to get it. And besides, I borrowed it from a friend a few years back. Fucking loved it. That was even before I even played Demon's Souls.
As far as Black Friday on my end, I think I got the short straw. Because you already had what I got, and I'm still trying to figure out this newfangled device called a PlayStation 4. What, do you play DVDs on it?
I think you play VCDs on them.
Oh, maybe I need to go Laserdisc. Do you think that drive is big enough for a Laserdisc?
Nah, I don't think it's big enough. Try the Xbox One.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That VCR I picked up last year.
So now that you have them side by side, how does
God
the PS4
damn,
compare?
The PS4 is so small compared to the gigantic monolith that is an Xbox One.
Yeah, it's a sexy piece of machinery, I think, or at least it's angular.
Yeah, what I wasn't expecting is it has the feel of the newer PS3s.
Mm-hmm.
It has the same material, and I wasn't expecting that.
Probably because they got a new material, and they decided, well, hey, we'll just use it to make some old PS3s as well.
Yeah, I know. It looks so nice. I love the light. That light line that goes through the top. That looks really cool.
Oh, yeah. What do you think of the DualShock 4?
Oh my god, it's so weird.
I think it feels sexy. It feels so great in my thick-ass, stupid gorilla hands.
Going back and forth when I was kind of seeing the feel between PS3 and PS4. PS3 controller I still find familiar. I still have to get used to the DualShock 4. But to be honest, I really like the Xbox One controller. I guess I'm just used to a bulkier controller, and that's what the Xbox One gives me, but I can still move everything around. DualShock 4 seems a bit too wide.
You know what I think your problem is?
Huh.
You played Xbox for all those years. So you're used to the thumbstick where it's at, where the D-pad is out on the PlayStation controller. I think that might be your problem.
Well, I've played a little bit of everything for the longest time, but I will admit, kind of siding towards Xbox, because I had a 360 for the longest time, and then PS3.
So you have that feel already.
Yeah,
the feel of holding an Xbox controller with your left thumb on the D-pad. Oh, it's a DualShock 4.
Yeah, I'm also still trying to figure out the middle thing. Like, you can use it as a cursor, but in Bloodborne it has 2 functions, depending on which side you click on, and I'm going, oh god, there's so many buttons.
Yeah, adjusting to that little bar thing was a little strange, but then you just see it as what it actually is. I think it works better as just an extra button. Because Killzone Shadowfall tried to make it like an extra D-pad. You swipe it in a specific direction, and it becomes a different augmentary function. And it didn't work as well, but with like Phantom Pain and Ground Zeroes and even The Witcher 3, it just works as a separate button. Sometimes 2 separate buttons.
By the way, how's Witcher 3 look on PS4?
Beautiful.
Okay, good.
Holy shit. It looks so great. I thought Dragon Age Inquisition wowed me with how great it looked, but Witcher 3 is blown out of the water.
Well, that's good, because that means we are so much closer to having a home console that can match PC graphically. Not functionality, but at least graphically.
It functions pretty okay, too. I mean, early on. There's still a few hiccups here and there, but from what I hear, they're way less than what they used to be. But
That's good.
But whatever issues there are, it's just hardly any, because there's hardly any pop-in. Everything there's a great draw distance, everything looks fantastic. It's a really damn good looking game. They work their damnedest. When the wind starts blowing and the entire scenery just comes alive with movement.
That's cool.
Ha. That's
awesome.
when I got hooked. I was like, okay, I'll deal with this stupid Geralt fellow. I hate this guy. Because he does a type of narration that I hate. And a lot of games are doing it nowadays.
Well, it's not just the fact that his voice is this deep.
Well, for Geralt, it kind of works, because he's kind of a hated guy anyway. He's kind of a little bit on the chaotic side. So for him, it works a little better. But this is like for Aiden Pierce of Watch Dogs and the guy from Shadow of Mordor. They drop contractions and possessive pronouns. So, their dialogue looks like this.
Set of keys. Probably goes somewhere. Should pick it up. Probably goes to a door.
God.
Maybe that hut I saw down the road. Well,
Hint, player. Hint.
Wonder what's inside.
So with Geralt, it works a little better because he also self-narrates himself, is also to give exposition as well. It works in a literary sense. And it gives him something to say, I guess. But it doesn't work in a whole lot of other situations. It still annoys me, though.
I will say Aiden Pierce is annoying as fuck. And the fact that Watch Dogs isn't that good of a game anyway. I love the mechanic, love the idea. Really, really poorly executed.
Geralt has a reason to brood. Aiden Pierce seems like a bit of a ponce.
Can I tell you the reason Aiden is a brooder? His niece died. Not his daughter, his niece.
If you play the game, it looks like that he was really supposed to that his daughter was supposed to die.
Yeah, but for some reason it was rewritten. Have you played Watch Dogs?
No, I've just seen a Let's Play on it, and I usually like a lot of non-GTA open world games like that. For example, love Sleeping Dogs, but Watch Dogs is a game that I don't think I would enjoy in the slightest.
It's a Ubisoft open world adventure game. Isn't Sleeping Dogs Square Enix?
Yeah,
Could have sworn that was them.
But I used to play the true crime games from them, and only the first one they
Yeah.
made was good. The second one was a pile of crap. This one I actually really fucking like.
Yeah, plus there's environmental executions. There's a lot of good stuff in Sleeping Dogs. Watch Dogs, not so much.
No. There's no style or substance to Watch Dogs. Sleeping Dogs looks beautiful with the downtown lights and everything going on. And you actually have to drive on the left side of the road. It's a bit more authentic location. There's more world building put into it rather than vague Chicago area nonsense.
Yeah, I think Watch Dogs actually takes place in Chicago.
Yeah, but Chicago historians, I guess I'll say it, have proven that it's highly inaccurate.
Well, I would figure. I mean, are companies allowed to point for point recreate a city?
Well,
Do you?
as long as it's believable. I mean, movies substitute Vancouver for a whole lot of other cities all the time.
Oh yeah,
as
that's
long
true.
as long as you can build upon the world and make it at least plausible, then sure, I don't see why not.
And Chicago was wasn't that? Hold on, it was Gotham City, wasn't it? Like, there's a lot of places where Chicago is another big city. Like, I think Chicago is also the big city in Transformers. Don't quote me on that.
I don't know. I know they use Vancouver a lot.
Because Vancouver looks amazing.
And there's also tax exemptions on it.
So it's cost effective, too.
Yeah.
So that's good. Hey, a lot of games came out in November. Do you want to chat about them? But they're mostly shooters.
Yeah.
Must warn you.
When you said a lot of games came out in November, I thought, really? What?
A lot of games.
All right, what came out? Let's just
lot.
rapid fire them. Go.
Hold on. Let me find a list. GameSpot, show me your reviews and how one-sided they are.
We'll get back to talking about microtransactions at some point.
No, whatever you have to say, go ahead and do it, and I'll chime in.
Well, why don't we switch to another topic while you're pulling up the November games? Talk about Nintendo's big foray into microtransactions.
Oh, that's a dumb idea.
Nintendo Badge Arcade.
Yeah, I know. You know what solves that?
What?
Don't buy it.
Well, I just downloaded it.
Why?
Because I wanted to see what the big fuss was.
That's how you get suckered in.
Well, here's what they did. I went in there, there was an overly friendly guy in the most friendly Nintendo way saying, "You need money to run this shit, bitch." He said that he would give us free plays occasionally if we subscribe to their newsletter. So I did, so now I keep it open just to see how much free shit I can get before I say fuck it and buy something, which probably will never happen. So I won some badges, and I slid all the way to the end of my home screen, and I placed the dumb badges I won there, and I can't build anything with them because they're just cheap 8-bit Mario things. I got an 8-bit Mario, a star, a block, and a coin. That's it. So then, I scrolled all the way back to the left, went to the theme store, and I bought me an Ace Attorney theme.
Oh, cool.
So there's your microtransactions. Stick with what you already have. Stupid.
Wikipedia, show me the way. Okay, here we go.
All right.
COD Blops 3. Apparently it's broken on PC, but at least the console versions work.
Even people who like Call of Duty are kind of bored with it.
I should hope so, being the same thing every year.
Because it adds nothing new.
No, they changed things. They're making it futuristic now.
Just like Advanced Warfare.
Mm-hmm.
So just like the one last year.
Yep. I'll tell you one game I did pick up on Call of Duty's release date that wasn't Call of Duty was a Yokai Watch.
How is that? It doesn't look fun.
It actually is fun. It's a level 5 adventure game. I'm good with that. It's
I don't know.
It definitely needs some time to pick up. And I did notice something I haven't seen in a long time. It's divided by chapters and segments. So you do this one thing, you go find more yokai. It's still opening up the rest of the world. But it's actually a very lively city, and I was actually reminded to look both ways before crossing the street before a car skidded to a halt and almost hit my ass.
I've been playing Undertale and The Witcher 3 and Bloodborne and Dark Souls and Phantom Pain and all these dark mature games. I think Yokai Watch is beneath me at this point.
Oh my god, you're such an adult.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Look at me adulting. I'm such an adult.
God, stop adulting. You've got adult all over the place. I would say get it at a discount. Don't buy full price.
All right.
Fallout 4, Big Gun.
Okay, I kind of want that. I mean,
me too.
I am a guy who hated Fallout 3. I started out liking it. In fact, I was actually quite amazed by it. You know, being able to walk around as a baby, and, you know, as you kind of grew up in the vault, that was amazing. The more I played, oh, it just got worse and worse and worse and worse, to a point where I wanted to rip my fucking hair out of this one stupid quest. And the ending is what just sealed the coffin, pretty much, in me hating this game. Because it just ends. It's a hard ending.
You got burned a lot.
Yeah, I got burned a lot on that fucking game, and I couldn't even reload another save because all my recent saves are up to the point of no return, so I was locked in there, so fuck Fallout 3. And also I hated the environment, I hated the gunplay, I hated the way everybody moved, I hated. Fallout 4 seems to fix most of those problems, so I'm on board now.
Yep, I'm on board. I'll still wait for the definitive edition that's probably going to come out a lot later. But for the time being, Fallout 4, it's on my radar.
I might get it for Christmas.
Oh, that'd be cool. Dive into the wasteland. Tell me what I'm missing, if you do get it.
All right.
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
I haven't even played the first Tomb Raider yet. I have it for PS4, but neither Violet or I seem to care much about it.
Let's watch Lara Croft get her ass kicked again. Woo-hoo!
But this time in the tundra.
All right, avalanches ahoy! Actually, I will admit, first Tomb Raider, not too bad. In fact, it's really, really good. Technically, mechanically, everything about it is good. But it's got collectibles all over the fucking place, and for somebody who, like me, who likes to 100% things, it kills me. I'm dead.
Yeah, speaking of collectathons, we are about to get into a fight over Banjo-Kazooie here.
I will fight you on that later.
Okay.
But I think my points are pretty valid. It also doesn't help that I've grown up since the Rare days.
True.
So we'll see what comes of that. I might have to fist fight you, come over to your house and beat you up.
I'm gonna bring my fucking pipe over. Fist fight? What are you talking about? You're like a foot taller than me.
Oh, that's true.
Come on.
Let's see. StarCraft 2, it's a new expansion.
Never gotten to StarCraft. Think I should. Don't know if my PC's powerful enough.
I've actually seen it played. A lot of RTS action. I like it.
I mean, okay, someone answer me this in the comments if they're listening. If I can play Dota 2, can I play StarCraft 2?
I don't think it's actually that technically powerful.
I mean, I can play Dota 2 just fine, you know. They're not all the way up, but it's like about 60% power. That's fine, but if I can do that, can I play StarCraft 2 with any kind of sensibilities? Because I can't do it with XCOM.
And now we wait for a response.
Okay, we'll wait.
Okay. And while we're waiting, Animal Crossing... Never mind.
Oh, sorry, did you say something?
No, there was just an annoying buzzing sound coming from the Wii U. Star Wars Battlefront, which actually looks like a lot of fun. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I've seen people break their discs saying this piece of shit game was a piece of shit.
That's... Where are you looking?
A guy who smashed his disc when told that he was told to say good things about the game when he was paid off to do it.
Oh. Well, the only thing I'm seeing is basically it's got the Battlefront formula, which I've played back in the day, where there's a bunch of different modes. Some of them say get more kills than the other team in the set amount of time, which is really nice. So it's got all the game modes. Another thing it has is it's got the Frostbite 3 engine, so it looks really good too, and it plays mechanically better than Battlefield from the looks of it.
Well, I'm not a big Star Wars fan, so this game does nothing for me. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Star Wars, and I really don't like online MOBA shooters like that, so this game does diddly bop for me.
Yep, it probably wouldn't interest you at all. But hey, for the rest of you, is it fun? We're asking the audience a lot about this for games we may or may not want later on.
Without being paid off by EA or anything, or DICE, is this game any fun?
Yes, please tell us legitimately, is it fun? I know it looks nice, but is it actually fun? Assassin's Creed Syndicate for Windows. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's been out for a while. Never mind, that's the Windows version. Who cares?
It's still dumb, though.
Beyond Two Souls for the PS4. Oh, I'm sorry, PS4 owners. Ah, shit! I can't say that anymore. Can't say that anymore. Oops.
Get Heavy Rain instead. It's better.
Yeah.
It's way better.
And that's it. And then we look forward towards the... What the fuck? Sorry, I just saw something on December's list. This is on Wikipedia, by the way.
What's on December's list that make you lament so, dear friend?
Well, let me read down the list. Barely anything's coming out in December, which is normal. There's only one big thing that pops out, and that's a Xenoblade Chronicles X. But the other thing is you got Chivalry, Medieval Warfare for PS4 and Xbone.
Huh.
Rayman Adventures for iOS and Droid. Are you kidding me? Earth Defense Force, all that good stuff. Devil's Third. And PewDiePie, Legend of the Brofist for Windows and Mac.
Fuck up about that.
I didn't know this was a thing. What the hell is this?
It's PewDiePie's game. He's in a game now in the same way James Rolfe is in one.
Oh, no.
Except James Rolfe's game was good. This one seems to be annoying and dumb and stupid and crap and fuck.
Oh, no.
No, indeed.
This game includes references to previous videos in pulp culture with Cinnamon Toast Ken, Markiplier, Cryotic, Jacksepticeye, and Cutie Pie Marzia.
Oh, hey, the people I totally don't give two fucks about on YouTube.
People keep telling me I look and sound like Cinnamon Toast Ken, and I want to shoot myself. And Jacksepticeye, the sooner he gets off of YouTube, the happier I'll be. Markiplier's alright. I've learned to tolerate him.
Nobody says I sound like anybody yet because there's only one UDJ.
The one and the only, the genuine article, often imitated, never duplicated.
I'm the most unique. Just like everybody else, I am unique.
Sure.
Right.
So you want a fist fight over Banjo-Kazooie?
Sure. All I had was more microtransaction stuff. Like Rainbow Six Season Pass going crazy.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about earlier, where it's just gone nuts.
Yeah, it's...
That is cutting content to sell for a higher price tag.
I mean, it's like, okay, year one content is free. Okay, that's fine. We're going to be adding new maps, new players, new classes, and all that stuff, and it's going to be great. Okay, fine. But if you give us 20 extra bucks, you can get all this year one stuff a few days earlier, which is the most stupidest fucking thing ever, by the way, and you get all the stuff for year two content. So if you buy the $60 game now, you're not gonna get stuff later. The rest of the game that we're developing right now, yeah. Huh.
We've already quoted this a few times, I think. You don't rush a game. If it's not done, don't release it. A lot of big games are released half-finished, fix it later.
A delayed game is good eventually. A rushed game is bad forever.
Thank you.
Shigeru Miyamoto.
And even when Nintendo does microtransactions, I doubt it'll stay long.
Yeah, if they do microtransactions, it's in a free-to-play app that's optional that you have to download and actually willingly give payments to, you know?
Yeah, see, it hasn't actually gone into the games yet.
A little bit.
A little bit, but that in particular, the badge thing, that's entirely optional. You actually have to download it and then do the thing. So if you never download it, you're not going to have a problem.
Would you count Bravely Default as having microtransactions?
What did it have? I know it had DLC, but what did it have?
It's like 49 cents for an SP drink, which refills your ultimate win the battle automatically power.
Yeah, that's an example of microtransactions that's bad, because that's speeding up grinding. That's what Dead Space 3 did.
Yeah, but at least they're only 49 cents.
I know, but that's the point. They make it low price so you do it more.
At least, well, I remember one other microtransaction thing that Nintendo does is actually pretty good. It's in Pokemon Rumble World, another free-to-play Pokemon game. Much better than the other one. So get Pokemon Rumble World over Pokemon Shuffle Blast, whatever it's called. But essentially, you get Pokemon Diamonds as you play. That's your premium currency. And you can, of course, buy some from a store. But you can only buy 3,000. So they put a cap on how much you can actually spend, which, well, really, that's very generous of them, because, you know, people can spend thousands and thousands of dollars. If they put a cap on it, then that's good.
Yeah.
Because that's enough to buy practically everything in the game. Spending any more would just be charity at this point.
Yes, it would. Well, that's interesting. I haven't played that in a long time. I used to play it every day, but I kind of got out of it.
That's what happens with microtransactions. That's why I don't really do them, because you end up losing interest in the game you're playing, and so all that money just goes to waste.
Yeah, if you do DLC right, aka have us play the game first and then renew our interest down the line with new stuff that wasn't cut from the original game, we actually come back and spend money.
And look at that. Bloodborne just released their DLC, and oh, look at that. We've got another satisfied customer who just bought the base game.
Oh, look at that. CD Projekt Red released Witcher 3, and it was 100% complete after a few delays, because they knew not to release a rushed product. And then they released new stuff. Look at that!
They're releasing 2 expansion packs. 2 gigantically huge expansion packs to an already enormously, terrifyingly gigantic game.
You see, it doesn't seem that difficult to me. Why do you need to rush stuff? I mean, I'm mostly lax most of the time anyway, but why do you gotta rush stuff? It's gonna have a negative effect no matter what.
Well, there's good examples of microtransactions, there's bad examples of microtransactions. There's people who do it right, like CD Projekt Red and From Software, that don't even need microtransactions, or work on DLC in a, much more reasonable way. And you got bad microtransactions, which is practically everybody else.
Especially Warner Brothers, who won't fix the PC version of Batman because they're too busy making DLC for the game. Same thing with Arkham Origins.
Fix the fucking game.
They are never going to fix it. They said they are too focused on DLC at this point to fix the game.
So now modders have to do it for them.
And that opens up a brand new topic for modding, but might have to save that for another time if it becomes relevant again. I think this past year it did become relevant for a while, and then it kind of died off. So if modding becomes a big thing again, we'll have to talk about it.
I'd love to see mods come back again because they're already kind of big in Skyrim and any PC version of any game. With Gary's mod, increasing that interest exponentially.
Mm-hmm. No, I love the idea of mods. I mean, if you want to do something in a game, if you can make it yourself, share it with the world. That's awesome.
Didn't GTA 5 and Fallout 4 for the PS4 do that now?
Oh, hell yes. There are mods all over the place for those games.
And look how much fun people are having.
Yeah, exactly.
See, if it fosters creativity and it's a good, positive thing, all the more power then. No problems here.
If you want some of the funniest examples, look up Vine Sauce.
Yeah.
He did quite a few GTA 5 mods that were given to him, and it's hilarious what happens. Go for it. So now to make people hate me, this is why I don't like Banjo-Kazooie that much. Being a collectathon junkie, I love those games, but when you make it annoying to figure out how to get certain things, I don't like you very much. Also, everything in the goddamn world talks and never shuts up. So that's a problem. Also, the drastic music changes every time I'm moving from one area to another, and this is happening.
I thought that was neat. It's to change the tone and the setting of where you're going.
Now it is neat, but when it happens in a simple hallway, that's obnoxious. Especially when I keep getting lost in a giant world that has no rhyme or reason.
Well, you figure it out. You keep exploring.
I do keep exploring, and I can't figure things out. I actually had to look up how to get to the next level because it didn't tell me anything. I have gotten 100% up to this point. So far, so good. It's been really painful to do. Every time I end that game, I have a headache. But I'm getting there. And eventually I would like to go to Banjo-Tooie and see what they fixed.
I never played Banjo-Tooie.
Really?
Yeah, well, I had it, but I didn't play it that much.
Well,
it was about the time I got a Dreamcast, and I got Sonic Adventure and Grandia 2, and that took up all my time instead.
Well, I will tell you how it is.
All right.
If I get to it. I just beat Mad Monster Mansion, which means I'm on to the next one. I think it's like Click Clock Wood, or whatever. I think I'm there.
Have you been to Rusty Bucket Bay yet?
No.
Well, there you gotta do that one too. You got 2 left.
Alright, so 2 left, and then anything I may have missed, then I'll be 100%, and then I just beat the final boss.
You don't need to do 100% though.
But I want to, so I never have to play it again.
I mean, I think you only need like 800 notes total to get to the final level, but if, the more you get than that, you unlock extra bonuses like more health, more arrows, well, not arrows, feathers, eggs, that sort of thing.
And
just upgrades.
That's what I want to do, because if I'm in this far already, I might as well 100% it to say I did it, and then kind of never look back.
Well, go for it. Have fun.
I almost said I will. I will try to. But
I don't care if you hate it or not. It doesn't matter to me, really.
No, I actually did get a backlash when I posted that on Twitter saying I'm not having a good time with Banjo-Kazooie. People were going, what? How? Well, I just told you how. It's obnoxious.
I don't care if people don't like games that I like, because, joke's on them.
Exactly.
I played the game, I got a great experience, and they played the game and didn't, so too bad for them.
And please, Internet, if you're listening, take that to heart right there. Not everybody has to like the game you like. Same with any other media. You don't have to like it. They don't have to like it.
Don't you know? The internet always caters for Mr. Fucking Important here.
Yours truly, always go for number 1.
Precisely.
And I hate that mentality. I get that a lot on my review channel when I give something a negative review. Because people go, well, you didn't get it. And that response I don't like. That is a terrible response.
You didn't get it.
Yeah, you didn't
I don't think
get
there's much to get with the kind of shit you review.
Yeah, I think that one was on Code Monkeys, actually. They said I didn't get it.
What's not to get? It's dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb and stupid. But I did get, like, the very first comment I got on that video said, well, humor is subjective. Thank you! That's all I needed.
Makes sense.
That's all that everybody needed. Humor is subjective.
Why don't we end with one more topic, and then we'll do some Q&A.
Okay.
So let's talk about the big Nintendo thing. The Nintendo Direct!
Yay! Yeah!
I didn't watch it.
They had a lot of good stuff. Had a lot of release dates, which are good, especially around the holidays here. Showed off a lot of nice stuff.
I've got 3 things of note. One I am kind of neutral towards. One I really don't care about, and one that just kind of made me mad.
Oh, I know that one.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you start with?
Well, I don't want to go through the whole thing, because there's a lot of stuff that can be skipped.
Just the bullet points.
The bullet points, the first thing they announced was Twilight Princess HD. And I actually do have a problem with it.
Mad. I'm mad about it.
You can't tell the difference.
No, you can't, because Twilight Princess looked fucking beautiful enough as it is.
Yeah, about the only thing I noticed is they sharpened everything, and I think they redid the text. So they gave it the Capcom HD shine, which is literally just sharpen everything and add better text, which is what they did with Code Veronica and Resident Evil 4, and called it an HD remake.
Yeah, I'll just stick with the GameCube version, because that's still the predominantly best version of the game. Just feels right, you know?
Yeah. There weren't too many other announcements.
Cloud and Smash.
Well, they had that big one. They saved that one for last, which is a good move. And that's weird. It's weird, but I like it.
The first thing I thought was, Cloud?
Of all people, yeah.
People still give a shit about Final Fantasy VII? Well, of course they do. The remake's coming.
Oh, yeah. No, they got more interested when that was finally announced. But I'm just thinking, Cloud. It's a good decision, but I think this is Sakurai's way of saying stop asking.
You're right.
Shut up and enjoy it. There, I listen to you.
Yeah, we've been wanting Goku and Shovel Knight to make it into Smash. I think we might have been small minorities in that, because I'm pretty sure everybody and their fucking grandma voted for fucking Cloud.
Yeah.
For whatever stupid reason. That's a game from 1997. People still hold on to that. It's not even that great of a Final Fantasy game. It's okay. It's nice, I guess, but
I think it's because it changed everything. That's why everybody remembers it, because the original Final Fantasy format wiped from the face of the earth. Here's how it is now. Have fun with it.
But it plays just like the original Final Fantasies. It still kind of plays the same. All the cinematics that you see in 8 aren't there. If anything, Final Fantasy 8 changed everything because it looked more realistic, and it would later go on to be the cesspool that it is now.
I haven't played any Final Fantasy, so I have no reason to talk. But one comment I did see, I was browsing Twitter because I wasn't able to watch it either. I just got what Twitter told me. And of course the internet blew up. It always blows up with a new Smash announcement, but scrolling through, I saw somebody say, you know what? With this announcement, maybe Goku is a possibility. And I immediately said, no, it isn't. He is not a game character. Every single character that's been announced for Smash has been a video game character first.
And how many video games has Goku been in?
He's been in a lot, but he was from anime first. And that's why I had to, bullet point it with a video game character first.
Martha and Roy are anime characters.
But they were in a game first.
So?
The game first.
Cloud's barely appeared on any Nintendo consoles. Goku should have more of a right to be a character than Cloud does, because he's been on way more Nintendo consoles way more times. For way longer.
But he was an anime first.
So? Who gives a shit?
So? That's why he's not going to be in it.
Who the fuck gives a shit? American gamers want it. Japanese gamers want it. Who cares if he's not a fucking game character? He's been in video games. He'd go great in the game in a fighting game of all things. He's fine.
I just don't want it to win.
He's even appeared in a Shonen Jump Super Smash Brothers, for fuck's sake.
Well, that's where he belongs. Keep him out of my Smash Brothers. That seems very negative. I don't know. There's an announcement coming up December 18th. I'm sure we'll be talking more Smash again. But that's going to be another big announcement. They're probably going to announce the poll winners. And if Cloud wasn't one of the poll winners, holy shit, what is going to win?
You mean Cloud wasn't a poll winner?
I don't think he was.
That's what I thought Cloud was. I thought Cloud was the choice, so that way... Oh no, we still got the... Oh jeez.
What is going to be on the 18th? What are they going to announce then?
Now I'm excited.
I know! This is the chance for Shovel Knight to shine.
For Goku to finally make it.
For King K. Rool, which is actually a brilliant idea. Why didn't I think of that?
Crystal can finally be in the game.
No, she's not going to be in the game.
Probably not. Jealous was.
Almost. Very close, but then caught at the last minute, I think.
Because I couldn't put her in high heels.
Oh. So, we'll see everybody at the end of December. We'll talk about all the fun stuff.
We had no Q&A?
Not too much, but let me double check just to make sure. And while I'm looking this up, what are you working on?
What am I working on? Well, I'm working on my stupid Bloodborne Undertale crossover, which seems to be going pretty well.
Yeah, I've noticed. I haven't actually taken a look at the numbers, but have you gained some attention?
Well, I don't know, but this is certainly the most popular drawing stuff I've ever done. Because people are actually fucking favoriting it.
Whoa!
Yeah, I know.
That is insane.
It is insane. It doesn't normally happen. If you don't know, I drew some pictures crossovering Undertale with Bloodborne, like Toriel or Goat Mom as the plain doll from Bloodborne. That's the most popular one right now. And the terrible thing is, I've already figured out most other people in the fucking game as Bloodborne characters. Hey, it somehow works. It's very strange. It just seems to click together so well in my mind. Very odd.
Okay. Here you go.
What do you got?
I'm just gonna skip through this. This is a lot of talk about YouTube Red and all that good stuff. Let's see. This is skipping what they mentioned about YouTube Red and how it's really bad, but then they mentioned Game Grumps may have those kind of partnerships that you guys mentioned, but they're a lot more casual. They have specifically stated that they only take sponsorships if one, if it's a product they really enjoy and support, and two, if they can write skits for them, which I have seen all the skits they've done, and they are fucking hilarious. And I just wanted to know, after everything you guys said, would you consider that selling out? No.
Selling out is, becoming sponsored and advertising all that and losing your integrity as a result.
Right. What the Game Grumps do is they take their humor and just portray...
Apply it to advertising. Although, then again, I've mentioned this is a slippery slope, so they could say the worst possible thing ever, but do a silly skit behind it to soften the blow. It's like, hey Aaron, who's this? Oh, well thanks for asking, Dan. This is Mr. Producer. He's gonna tell us what to play now.
I doubt they would ever go that route, but that is a direction it could take, which is bad.
I don't think so, because they're not they're not those kind of guys, but
no.
Don't rule anything out just yet.
You are so pessimistic sometimes.
Well, I have a lot to be pessimistic about with all this fucking microtransactions going on around here. It's like,
No, it's
why do you give a fuck
always
about
something
me
new.
or if I enjoy the game? As long as you get my money, that's all you fucking care about, right? Fuck you.
Well, yeah, a lot of industries only see dollar signs. You just found this out?
But not giving a damn about customer satisfaction or the quality of the product that they give?
Oh, hell no. It's all about the money, baby.
Well, then you're not gonna get much money if you keep producing shit.
And
Gee.
eventually they will figure that out, but at
Sorry,
this point,
Ubisoft, what's that you
they're
said
not.
about Assassin's Creed Syndicate sales? Oh, that they were lowered because of last year's Assassin's Creed Unity? Because, oh wait, people thought that the last Assassin's Creed game was shit because they didn't fucking fix it, and they probably thought that Syndicate was shit, and they had a lot of stuff that they didn't fix. And oh wait, guess what? There's a lot of shit in Syndicate they didn't fix!
Although I will say Syndicate does look like the most fun Assassin's Creed has had in a very long time. Oh, that's another thing. Do away with annual releases, please,
Yeah,
and thank you.
None of that shit.
This person also goes on to say, also, fuck yeah, good games. Hear, hear.
Here.
Let's see. I'm getting nervous and worried about both of your friendships getting ruined with these hilarious arguments you guys are doing.
What are you talking about? Anyway.
I tolerate you.
You're certainly a person I associate with.
For the longest time. How many years has this been going on?
I don't fucking know.
But at all cost, avoid Amiibo Festival. I have no hope for it. Okay.
Yeah, you can defend Happy Home Designer. You can't defend,
Here's something just for you. Just for you. Guilty confession, I watched someone LP Undertale and enjoyed it all the same. Watch Pacifist, then Genocider. And, too scared to get dunked on, UDJ? I think you would understand that more
Too
than
scared
me.
to get dunked on. I have a soul. I have a heart. There's no way I could kill my friends.
Whoa!
Sorry if I blanked out for a second. Violet just came in and showed me these strange stars made out of Post-it note paper?
Mm-hmm.
What is... Oh.
Stars.
Huh. Neat.
Stars.
Is there anything in them?
No, it's just origami.
Oh, I'm terrible at origami, so...
Stars.
Stars.
Well, I'm a crafter and you're not. That's why.
That's right. Anyway.
Being set straight. And speaking of being set straight, here's another one for you.
What do you got?
I have a complaint from somebody directly to you.
A complaint about me?
Yes. Hold on, I need to say this without laughing. UDJ! How dare you talk shit about idols? Idols are amazing! Wait until I tell Billy Idol about this!
That was really good. I have to give a thumbs up just to whoever made that comment. That was very, very good. Billy Idol. That was great. That was
The only
wonderful
idol
choice
he,
of words.
he cares about. Oh, wait, what does this say? Lastly, would you want more Hinako? No!
No, I would not want more Hinako. I would want less Hinako. I would want to not... I want to unwatch those Hinako videos that we did. Can you just,
because
delete them off YouTube so people stop fucking asking about them?
No, fuck no, because that's the best things we've ever done. You kidding?
We need better shit, then!
Let's make better shit!
Make better shit! Take some fiber pills and make better shit!
Although I will say, people still believe your last comment in the last video. There's 25 more. People actually thought we were serious.
I'm going to say it again because I have to just keep saying it. 026 is a way to say bath. Because in Japanese, 026 is ofuro. Ofuro is bath. So there's only 3. That's it. Stop asking.
And it's done. It's over with. I don't think we can do any better on those.
No,
to be honest.
That's as good we can get, yeah.
That there is no doing better than that. So I think we're going to leave it there. There will be more riffs in the future, though. That is something we would like to do more.
Especially with MST3K coming back.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know if it'll do well, to be honest, because not everybody wants to go back to the show.
Well, everybody wants more MST3K.
That is true. But I just want to... Maybe I need to see...
Hey,
maybe
nobody wanted Mike as a new host, and he did just fine, so this is going to be another leg of the show.
Yeah.
The Third Era, the Third Reich, if you will.
I don't know. Rift is already doing too well. I don't know why we need MST3K back, but if they can do it well, more power to them.
They've already met their Kickstarter, so they're doing good. We're getting off topic. We should probably wrap this up.
All right. That's all I had.
That's all I got, too. Well, I was going to talk about Linkle a little bit. Hooray. Female Link is now canon. Hooray.
All right. I wish they would have picked a better name, though. That's a dumb name.
Linkle's fine.
In my personal opinion. Oh, well, yeah. And then I had to start thinking, well, what else could you call her?
Patty.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Patty? Really?
Yeah. Sausage Link, Sausage Patty.
Oh, God damn it!
Good night, everyone!
That was good.